Hey guys, Tyrep here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Eindhoven country. Playing today spawning in the north, we have KIROV as Soviets, straight away going for shock army. Deru also as Soviets, who has airborne troops, terror, and garden motor coordination. From the south, we have Stocky as Os. Straight away looking into German Mechanized, and Blazon also as Os, who has German Mechanized, Modified Armor, and Assault Support. In terms of rankings here, random team on this side, KIROV around rank 30, Deru rank 18, Axis in the mid 80s as an arranged team. Okay, so early tier 2 build from Deru, jumping inside of this building with the Maxim. But doesn't manage to suppress with that little burst of damage.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector. Machine gun squad.
And Blazon with the machine gun pointing in this direction, but not much coming in from that angle. Given, it was a tier 2 start, generally quite slow for Soviets. Getting that early Maxim going. A few skirmishes across the map. Maxim jump out of the building into the center. Deru getting a decent amount of territory because of this kind of tactic. MG finally repositioning for Blazon. Pyre stalling out, capping from behind that heavy covered position back there. Engineers applying a little bit of pressure, but Grenadier is about to round the corner, overwhelming them. 4 conscript start for KIROV. One getting a nice flank on the MG42. Do have 2 Grenadiers there though. And half health on that machine gun, no healing back here, so might be a little bit inconvenient for Stocky. Conscripts retreating, these ones oohing into close range, but bad model drops, reinforcements arriving, tipping a pretty terrible engagement for KIROV in the end. Some still in the center, maybe could get flanked, a lot of Grenadiers coming in from this angle. Deru quick to reposition. And this squad maybe slightly off to the side of this heavy cover position. Dropping quite quickly. Now repositioning a little bit more firmly behind the cover, but already in some trouble. Oh! Tried to go for the dodge. Nearly lost that squad of conscripts. Big rifle nade. Maxim rolling in though. And MG42 backing away at that timing. Don't know if they saw that coming, but ends up being a pretty good time to retreat. Conscripts getting a good flank going. MG, that packed up, felt like very quickly. And conscripts extremely low. Early retreat there, trying to save some manpower. Bit of fuel harass now for both sides. MG just taking it safe, holding the cutoff. Not really trying to deal with that squad on the fuel point. We've got the 222 coming out, and that is a really fast one on the field, doing damage 5 minutes 20. Very quick 222. So, it seems like the Allies have been maybe struggling a touch more to this point. So overall, the engagements haven't been going terribly well. KIROV, you can see on the KD, horrendously bad. LMG's coming through on the Grenadiers now as well.
The enemy is taking our territory. territory.
2-2 on the other side too. This one for Stocky, also at a very fast timing. Got a Zis in the build for KIROV. Deru, meanwhile, maybe going to try go for some guards. Has ticked anti-tank grenades as well, getting one of those through. And now a Molotov stacked on top of that. Grenadier blob forcing back the conscripts from the centre. There you go, the sandbags. Conscripts going to start dropping very quickly, and they end up retreating. Doesn't quite manage to cap the munitions point. Saw a mine just completed over there. Don't know if the Grenadiers did or not. Would have been close to. Was trying to plant another one, but cancelled. Tier 3 up for Deru, so maybe just going to go for a fast light vehicle. No, going to go for a heavy mortar. That's an interesting choice. Like the most pressing threat are the double 222s. So going for a heavy mortar instead is not really answering that threat. See how it goes. Looks like the mine about to trigger here. No. Skates around the side of it. Do have a mortar out now for Blazing as well. Looks like that's targeting the MG in the building. Quick to jump out is Deru. Oh, mine did trigger. Looks like it took down quite a few models as well. Combat engineers drop extremely quickly. No retreat from KIROV. Does manage to get one Zis shot on the 222. Not dead yet though. He's never really dodged out of the flames. Ends up dropping a few models, but they were shredding with that LMG. And this barrage clearing out the machine gun as well. Oh, heavy mortar. Getting a bit of damage done on retreat. Sniper out, meanwhile, for Stocky. Gonna try to go for another Grenadier as well. It's a little bit risky. You see a T-70 was in the build there for Deru. So trying to squeeze in a sniper and then another Grenadier before the anti-tank gun. It's a bit much and cancels it, then restarts it. But yeah, T-70 going to be hitting the field very shortly. KIROV also building up tier 3 now. Sniper in some trouble.
A squad of infantry has been killed.
Oh, conscript goes down somewhere. Over here, perhaps? There's a lot of corpses over there. I'm not entirely sure. KIROV losing a conscript. Oh, there. Ooh, looks like it might have been a rifle made. Yeah, okay, that's nasty. T-70 on the field though. Stocky did end up building that 4th Grenadier. Do have a pack from Blazing as well as a resource cargo truck. Local Blitz. Looks like he's going to try to set that up on the fuel. This is a pretty good map for it since that fuel sector is so large. You can plant it down here in this corner and it's very safe generally. Missing its mark there. Coming in with anti-tank grenades. This very far back though, not going to be able to contribute any further damage. So conscripts want to get a Molotov off before they retreat. The MG packing up, already dodging away. Conscripts give up on that. Somewhat at risk of getting wiped on retreat by the Grenadiers. Decide not to sit down and do damage. Maybe too threatened by the T-70. But overall I would say that the Allies are still losing a huge amount of manpower in all these engagements. It's just their KD is horrendous at the moment. It's just like these conscript engagements just keep going poorly for them. this kind of situation. Oh no. Late retreat from Deru. Got a Grenadier, but it's kind of blocking its own vision, hiding behind this tree line. So missed opportunity on the wipe there. T70 out from KIROV as well. Only 6 kills for the sniper, hasn't been super impactful. It's got flanked a couple times and forced away by a rogue conscript squad or two. Here comes the T70. Keeping that 222 honest. Anti-tank gun out now for Stocky. This is his first shot though. Doesn't stand range for a second. And this is the kind of timing where the heavy mortar can start to do some more work. Front lines are starting to get a little bit more stable. A few more support weapons around for the Axis. So far the targeting on the heavy mortar hasn't been super impressive. It's a pretty good one now, but support weapons are pushing up past that area. It's V1, but still 0 kills on that. We have a couple mines down. The 222 tries to flank. And the pack taking quite a lot of damage. Might need to go back to base for some healing now. Oh, very low after that heavy mortar shell. Back through the center though, keeping that T70 on its toes. Both the T70's quite low. We've got a squad of shock troops out for KIROV meanwhile. Feels like it's been a very long time since I've seen some shock troops, honestly. Guards just so much more popular these days, but see how they get on. Definitely on the late side fielding them here, you know, already coming in against Vet 2 Grenadiers for the most part. So they're going to have a tough time until they catch up on veterancy. Got the double 222 still on the field as well, so they'll also give headaches to the shock troops. Guards coming in with the button. But too many Grenadiers there, have to retreat. Not repaired up on this T70 yet, so has to be careful about this. Tier 4 coming up now for Deru. Maxim just getting shredded. These LMG Grenadiers are hitting so hard with that Vet 2 accuracy bonus right now. It's really going to work on these Soviet troops, and they don't have the 7-man upgrade quite yet, so these reinforcements are very expensive. Back in, pack switching angles to the other T70. Doing a pretty good job of hiding behind the building though, limiting some of the damage. Oh, forgotten about the squad on the far flank. Eyes go down for Stocky. Take a quick look at the KDs and we can see it's just worse than 2 for 1 on both of the Soviet players. Uh-oh, pack pushing in. Is that the end of the T70? No attack ground action for Blazing though, so missed opportunity. The mortar's finally got some kills going. Good bit of pack damage, clearing off the sandbags. Conscripts were hiding behind there. T70 coming out to the side, expecting the Grenadiers to rotate. Pretty good position as well, away from the pack. But Tech is up for Deru. Got a Panzer IV out, and this mine did get triggered at some stage, so not going to get slowed down by that. Spotting scopes meanwhile on the 222 for Stocky. Hasn't hit Vet 2 on that yet though, so not at the full strength of its vision potential. Maybe more up to Vet 2 now. button action just to slow down the Panzer IV, but the guard's very low right now. And yeah, the kills just continue to stack up. Sniper starting to catch up on the kill counter now. 16 kills. Uh-oh. That's a bad retreat. No. Oh, that was lucky. But they're going to retreat down this path. They're heading in that direction. Could have been a wipe if that was the case. Especially with the sniper there, incendiary shot. Here comes the T-70. And those shock troops just getting lit up by the LMG green blob. That's what I was talking about. And they are very expensive to reinforce. Heavy mortar slamming down, but okay health damage. Not getting those model drops. Got a heavy mortar now for KIROV as well. Coming forwards for the T-70, missing its first shot. Quick to back away from any further damage as well. Sniper with the incendiary shot. Must only drop one model from a upgraded squad there. Panzer IV playing it quite safe at the moment. We've only got the one anti-tank gun for the allies though, and the guards. T-70 making a dive, trying to get past the pack. Kill the model at a very good timing, stopping a second shot from coming through, and does indeed get the decrew one. Well done there for KIROV. Beautiful command tank though, gonna shut this down. Maybe can get the kill. We've got the Zis wheeling its way in. One shot connecting. Looks like it was low enough that it will die to one further hit. Yes indeed. Well done by KIROV. That was very risky, but ends up working out quite nicely for him, honestly. And it's actually throwing down a time fuse barrage as well, just to seal the deal. So KIROV's heavy mortar also hitting Vet 1 very quickly, but with the 0 kills. Does also have his tick up, and T-34-85 about to pop out. We've got an SU-85 first for Deru, which I suppose does make a bit more sense since Deru does not have an anti-tank gun. But yeah, those guards also have really struggled since they've been on the field. Just coming in with such a big vet disadvantage and not really that much heavy cover for them to like sit behind so that they can actually trade against the Grenadiers, and constantly being outnumbered. It's been a bit of a struggle for the Allies so far. Oh boy, is that the end? SU-85 on focus sight mode though, and a little bit slow on the chase. Panzer IV does get away. The anti-infantry plane coming through, the pinning plane. See, look at the suppression it does. Not a huge amount of damage, but extremely good at pinning. And the Soviets, you don't have those incidental machine guns on your tanks, so you don't have that incidental anti-tank to shoot those down with. Makes us much more effective against the double Soviet team. Need dedicated anti-air for that. T-45 taking a few hits. Command tank advancing. And the support infantry falling off for KIROV.
Engineers ready for assignment.
T-45 trying to cover the retreat to some extent, but there's a very far advanced pack. expecting. And wow, the bodies, the body count for the Allies really stacking up. Look at this. Oh, it's getting even worse. Now the Axis looking to turn up the VP pressure. Gonna go for the triple cap. Do have the marked vehicle plane up in the air. Hands are forward. Doesn't look like it contributed much though. No, sometimes, you know, players just call that in. Just be like, hey, just back off, mate. Rather than actually looking for the kill with that ability. A little bit close with the T-70 there, could have taken a Faust. Okay, we've got a Shrek squad with the Panzer Grenadiers. Double anti-tank guns as well, and this is a lot of units for Blazon. I thought maybe going to try go for the Tiger, but won't have room in the Popcat for that. Sticking with this kind of composition. That's a lot of anti-tank now. Time fuse blasting down. This is this barrage. Double anti-tank guns is actually for stocky as well. These Allied tanks are going to have to be on their toes. Do have those heavy mortars, but often not really responsive enough to deal with these support weapons that are quick to reposition. The mortars themselves often taking a while to rotate. Try and get some mines up. We do have a Telemine here for Blazon. But so far the Allies have done a pretty good job keeping their T-70s alive. With this much anti-tank on the field, it will be easy to lose. So those are very helpful. You know, you can send the T-70 out to the flank, chase away squads capping. Use the recon mode, do the spotting. So this T-70 is very important to keep alive for the Allies, especially when you're behind like this. We can see that in terms of army size, okay, it is still about 20 overall Popcat behind. Time fuse is coming down, going after the Os mortar, and look at that, that's got 12 kills. Whereas we've got one on KIROV's mortar. Oh, 12 now for Deru, just with those last couple kills, so equaling things out. Here comes the Katyusha. They're going after the MG. Quite getting the kill though. It's a pretty long range barrage from the base. Pretty safe one, but quite a lot of scatter there. I thought that was actually targeting deeper. That's how much the rockets were scattering. T-70 in some trouble. Ooh. Luckily, two of those packs missing. That could have been the end of the T-70 there. You see the impact that these spotting scopes are having. And access to have so much more vision through the center of the map. Really causing a lot of headaches for the Allies right now with that vision. T-70 trying to prevent the captures. Decap. There's a full command tank rotating. Oh boy, what happened over here? Looks like the Grenadier squad did whatever happened and dropped the MG as well. Sniper under some pressure from the conscripts. Gets low but still ticking. T-70 can use secure mode now. Go for the capture. It's coming in. to do some recon mode action. We do have spotting shots 222 there though. We'll be seeing each other. Here comes the T-34-85 and the anti-tank gun though. The spotting scopes maybe not quite seeing that. C4 command tank pretty quick to back away, but double anti-tank guns were off the field. Could have done quite a lot of damage if they had known that. Looks like engine damage on that Tiger as soon as it hits the field. There's the Katyusha going after the pack. Pinning planes coming in for blaze and a lot of damage onto that pack. Could even get decrewed here. Oh, hanging on by a thread. It's about as low as a tank gun can get without getting decrewed. And forgets about the 222 on the far flank. That goes down. Blazin getting a little bit overwhelmed there perhaps. Gonna try to replace that with a Werfer, but it also won't quite fit in the army composition if everything's reinforced. 12 pop cap and was at 90 just before. Oh, there goes the T-70. 222 with the spotting scopes. Look at that vision. Extremely strong. Can you believe there used to be like 30 more range sight on top of that? It used to be completely absurd. But yeah, T-70 down for KIROV, so that is going to limit his vision, which he was making quite a lot of use of before, and so now doesn't have like long range sight versus long range sight. Could make things a little bit more tricky on that left hand side. One thing that Stocky hasn't really done though is getting any mines down on this flank. There have been Soviet tanks kind of threatening to come in from that angle a few times now. So Telemine could maybe help things out. Do have some sweepers up though for KIROV. Just checking things out. Katyusha action coming down. Up to 10 kills on that now. So seems to be getting some decent damage done. Nothing like game winning, but underperforming at least. Blob just going to town here. Conscripts do manage to get the decap. Allies only down by around 90 points at the moment. Uh-oh. Oh, it's about to be a lot worse. Tiger weak point does manage to get in front of the trees. Packs lose their sight. T-34 is still alive. And the pack's under a lot of pressure. We've got the shock troops coming in really hot. Both the anti-tank guns going to get decrewed here. What a turnaround for KIROV. From his tank being on death's door to just absolutely slaughtering these double anti-tank guns. Is about to lose his own anti-tank gun. Panzer IV making a bit of a dive. Not entirely sure. Maybe as they're going for the Katyusha. It's pretty safe at the back of base and it gets abandoned. Stacking up the hurt. These double packs try and finish off the job on the decrewed tank, but now one of those get decrewed as well. Steel on the Zis. Steel on the pack on the other side. With the shock troops though, pretty expensive. Command tank coming out. MG42 also decrewed over here. Chaotic sequence there for both sides. A lot of losses. A lot of support weapons decrewed. So whoever can capture and kill them may come out ahead after that. Worth a strike. Machine gun just hanging in there. Maintaining that Vet 3. We do have some combat engineers. Looks like they're heading to the T-34-85 first, not the SU-85. Might pay to drive this further forwards though while this is repairing so that the engineers don't have far to go between repair times. Surprised the Tiger had range there. Just being right on the edge. And now we've got a Panther out for Stocky. Does still have double anti-tank guns after all that. It's up to Vet 2 now though, so they can start to fight back against those highly vetted Grenadiers. There'll be mortar on counter barrage here, going to go after the heavy mortar. Shusha going after the mortar, I think. And catching quite a lot of units next to it as well. Gets the decoy on the pack, in fact, that's pretty nice. That was highly vetted. Guards coming down the road, pressuring the other pack as well. Oh, and that gets decrewed too. That opens the door for the Su-85 to get quite aggressive, forcing back the Tiger. Do have the packs coming in from the side though. Su-85 gets away. That was a close call. Does manage to finish the job on the decrew pack though, so that's very nice. Well done by Deru. Seems like the Allies are finally starting to fight back to some extent, but they're still in a very dangerous position. These spotting scopes comboed with the double anti-tank guns for Stocky, doing a huge amount of damage. Is that just a regular Soviet mortar there? It is very helpful for the flares. Does seem to be picking up popularity at the moment. Looking for an anti-tank grenade, but yeah, maybe a little bit of waste of munitions, honestly. Going for that on the Panther. Waste of manpower perhaps as well. He's doing a pretty good job though, harassing this far side, and you know, Blazin, having lost that Panzer IV, doesn't have a super mobile tank to come out here and deal with those threats. That is allowing the Allies to actually pull ahead in the VP race. Typhoon's getting quite a lot of work done there. The pinning plane coming in now for Blazin. Still not anti-air for the Axis, I mean for the Allies, so should hang around for a while. Big damage on the Shrek squad though. Axis capping on the far corner. Double packs wheeling in with long range sight from those spotting scopes. Su-85 backing out. Here comes the Katyusha barrage though. Right on top of the double anti-tank guns. Pretty reasonable connection. We've got the heavy mortar shells coming down as well. They are extremely low. They're still alive, but the sniper is not. Wow, that died so quickly to the conscripts just then. That was insane. Worth the strike onto the repairs. Oh, both the combat engineers going down there. That was even more nasty. Those spotting scopes just providing so much sight on this map, allowing that clean Werfer strike, 8 kills straight away. Double combat engineers dead. Tied up to Vet 2 already. Pretty quick to gain the Vet. We have a Werfer out for Blazin as well, up to 14 kills. 18 on the Katyusha so far. Clearing out S-mines with the T-34. Opening up the capture over there. These conscripts just camped on this VP. Shrek squad heading out in that direction, but not going to win a fight. There's a squad of conscripts behind heavy cover. We do have a machine gun heading out in that direction as well, though. So this machine gun decrewed over here. So Stocky is a little bit low on infantry. Has been bleeding quite a lot and losing quite a lot. This is going to be the end of the 222 finally, with the spotting scopes. Those SMGs on the shock troops just doing so much damage. And down it goes. That was a huge loss. That 222 was providing so much sight. good Katyusha barrage there as well, and it seems like Allies have finally started to turn the tide. And they have been ahead in terms of VPs for a while, but now in terms of army also. Seems like they're finally coming out on top. Being behind by so much so far. Oh boy, right as I say that, big wipe on the conscripts in the center. Roofers are hitting really well so far. And yeah, now they've pulled up to, you know, roughly half KD instead of 1/3. Been playing on the far side. Now an access to complete the capture over there. Tiger is getting, you know, pretty well contained by these SU-85s though. Uh-oh. Flare up. Is this the end of the command tank? No. SU-85 missing the final shot. Just barrage onto the pack. Oh, looks like it got an AoE shot off there. Not quite a full connection. Command tank surviving by a thread. Command tank aura doesn't apply to itself, so does still die to 4 hits. Okay, we've got a Brumbear out now for Stocky. Army sizes though pretty much dead even between the two sides. Very tight contest at the moment. Katyusha just denying the capture. Big LMG Gren blob through there. Tiger fully repaired. Oh wow, that was a very quick kill on that squad. T-70 and Mortis just slamming home the damage. The Wilfer strike back the other way. After MG. Oh, big damage. But no wipes. T-34 coming out to the far side, opening up the capture. And yeah, their Axis just continuing to struggle on the VPs. And they have started to lose quite a few more squads now, going to make it harder for them to get infantry into the capture circles. The SU-85 is really starting to have more of an impact on the game, you know, without the spotting scopes spotting these tanks from long range and contain the SU-85s with double anti-tank guns sitting up on them. But here comes the Panther, and there goes the SU-85. Well executed maneuver there by Stocky. Okay, drive-by, maybe hoping to catch this other SU-85. Got no snaring squads nearby. T-34-85 coming out though. Is this a dive too deep for the Panther? Just needs one more shot. SU-85. That's the blitz. Oh, what? Not dead? The T-70 though is maybe too busy microing the other engagement. Loses sight of the T-70. Don't know how that SU-85 survived that. It must have been an unusual health threshold. A heartbreaker for Stocky after that dive. Looking for their D-crew, not quite getting it. Meanwhile, damaged engine on the Tiger, T-34-85 trying to drive by and actually dodging past that mine rather conveniently, not getting any penetrations. We do have, oh boy, a lot of units back here. There goes one Werfer, skating its way past these, oh, the turret. Okay, gets the other Werfer just before going down. Could have got the Strug as well, that would have been just tremendous, but yeah, double Werfer kills, that's pretty good. Oh, then the pack coming in from this angle, catching the kill, cheeky stuff there from KIROV. Okay, well that is a really big blow. Stocky now you can see has almost nothing. He lost his Brumbear during that as well. Oh boy. That was just massive for the Allies. What a huge engagement. little bit unfortunate, like that T-34-85 so close to running over the mine. If it came down this angle, definitely would have. From this angle, narrowly avoided it. But yeah, without that extra sight from the vetted up 222, Axis have definitely been struggling a lot more playing through the centre. Now they're getting very long VPs down to just 50.
Our opponents are seizing a sector. Panther ready.
Panther out for Stocky, but the points are draining so fast. Axis really probably needed to prioritize coming out to this side instead of trying to fight through the center where all of the allied units are at the moment. It's too hard to make a push through there. Currently, in this point, it's just completely open. Just one squad heading out in that direction.
25 points.
Could have got the decap
Defeat us.
very easily. Mortars slamming home the damage on the AAT guns. Good smoke shell out from the P4 command tank. Does allow the neutralize. Panther hitting out to this angle, but it's not going to be enough. Combat engineers jam the cap in the center. AMG a little bit too slow over here, and the allies end up taking it. Wow, what a turnaround! Such a strong start from the Axis. Really fast 2-2 timings, and then stacking that up with, you know, those LMG green blobs, really just reaming the allies in the early game. What was it like? I think it was like 20-60 or something, like the KD, one of the Soviet players early on. But I think maybe the Axis getting tunnel vision on the center, they were performing very well in the center while they still had that 2-2 with the spotting scopes. And that was allowing a lot of damage onto the SU-85s with the double packs from max range. A lot of Werfer strikes as well, being very effective with that extra sight range. But as soon as that 222 died, things really collapsed in the center for the Axis. And yeah, as I said, I feel like they tunnel visioned on the center, not paying enough attention to the flanks where, you know, the capping would have been a lot easier for them, away from those SU-85s, trying to, you know, take advantage of the fact that, you know, unturreted, a little bit slow to rotate. But yeah, Allies making a comeback. Those heavy mortars, you know, got off to a bit of a slow start generally, but just a constant threat. You know, maybe they got decrewed once or twice, but always there, always blasting away in the center. And what a turnaround here from the Allies. GG. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye, and good luck.